If these walls could talk, ah yes, the stories it would tell. Welcome to the Dust Bowl, come sit, have a drink and listen to my story. I am the resident spirit here, the ghost of the Dust Bowl. Today I will share some stories with you. Take a seat and sit for a while.
The Dust Bowl opened in 1901. It was a saloon used by cowboys. Where there were cowboys, there was money. And when there were money, there were gamblers. It took 1 hour after the Dust Bowl opened for the first man to be shot there. Unfortunately for his killer. The sheriff was in the bar at the time, and the killer, a man named Roscoe Smith, was arrested. The court case was over in minutes, and Roscoe was hanged right outside the Dust Bowl. It was not the best of starts to the legacy of the building. Just ask me. I was the poor sucker that Roscoe had shot.
You were the last one on my mind as I took that long walk to the gallows. The sheriff smiled as I saw the waiting row. Last one on my mind as I walked up those wooden steps. The last one on my mind as the noose was placed around my neck. The preacher man asked me to confess my sins. You were the last one on my mind as I heard the creaking lever be pulled. Felt that old trap door give way. You were the last one. Round my mind.
Time does not stand still. The year was 1956, and a new star was born right there on the stage of the Dust Bowl. Her name was Betty Sue Mahoney, and she was a 16-year-old country singer. She was going places. Nashville was certainly in her future. But Betty Sue was in love. Johnny Wyatt was a drifter. He drove a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and did not know if he wanted to be James Dean or Marlon Brando. Of course he also looked like that new kid. What was his name again? Elvis. Anyway, Betty Sue was in love, and soon her life would go down the wrong path.
Daddy, I'm not your little girl anymore. Oh, Daddy, please let me go. Daddy, I'm not your little girl anymore. I do not play with dolls anymore. Oh, Daddy dear, Daddy, I'm not your little girl anymore. I don't play pretend anymore. Daddy, please, Daddy, let me go. I met a nice young man, Daddy. He really loves me, Daddy. Please let me go. Ooh. Daddy, I'm not your little girl anymore. I don't play pretend. I am a woman now. Please, Daddy, let me go. Let me go. I am a woman now. Let me go.
Just a souped-up belly and a loving woman, that is all I need. Just a souped-up belly and an open road, what more is there for a man like me? I came from Laredo, going nowhere fast. I came from Laredo with a 45 under my seat and shotgun in the trunk. I came from Laredo, going nowhere fast. Just a souped up belly and a loving woman, that is all I need. Pick up a little cash along the way, a bank here and there to keep me in beer and gasoline. I am just a rebel, don't care about the cause. Just a souped up belly and the open road, my woman by my side. I came from Laredo with a 45 under my seat, a shotgun in the trunk. Oh, going nowhere fast.
The two young lovers had barely crossed the state line when they were swarmed by a squad of police officers. 3 gas stations were robbed, and they even managed to make off with some money from a small bank. These kids were lucky that nobody got hurt. That figured into their sentences. Young Johnny Wyatt is currently the star of his cell block's version of Jailhouse Rock. He has 15 years to get better at the role. As for our young singer, well, from what we hear back here at the Dust Bowl, she is the standout in the prison choir. With any luck, she should be out of jail by the time she is 21. She might still make it big one day.
Time means nothing for a ghost. Days come and go. In minutes for the living, whole years can pass for me. Soon it was the 1980s. It was not an easy time for cowboys around these parts. Some of them gave up the saddle for work in the oil business. Prices were high and wildcat outfits were everywhere drilling holes to find oil. Some men made money, others just struggled on, praying that the next days ahead would be better than the ones they left behind. I sat in my corner and watched 2 cowboys enter.
Came to town just the other day. Went to the Dust Bowl for a beer. Ran into my old saddle buddy from way back, a man of some esteem. I asked him how he was doing. He just smiled and said, "Okay, friend, every day is a blessing." He asked me how I was. I said that I was thinking of moving on, getting the hell out of here once and for all. Then he took a sip from his beer and told me that he wished to leave too. So we drank some beer, ate some steak, and when we were done, my buddy said, "Let's do this again." Next year in Houston, amigo. Next year in Houston, we will meet again. Next year in Houston, where the world is a better place. Next year in Houston, the beer will be cold and the women warm. Came to town just the other day. Went to the Dust Bowl for a beer. Next year in Houston, things will be better. Next year in Houston, everything will be good. Barkeeper, pour me a whiskey, make it a double. Because next year I will be in Houston.
Cowboys don't cry. My daddy always told me that as he took another drink. Cowboys don't cry, they just drown their sorrows in whiskey and beer. Cowboys don't cry, they just lie about their feelings. Please, cowboy, please cry for me. Please, cowboy, please cry for me. Cowboys don't cry, they just carry on down the range. Cowboys don't cry, they just ride on into the sunset. Please, cowboy, please cry for me. Please, cowboy, please cry for me. Please, cowboy, please cry for me. Please, cowboy, please cry for me.
When the new century arrived, it was with fear, and a lot of people believed that humanity would not survive the opening moments of the year 2000. How wrong they were. After the panic, there was a new wave of unfiltered hope as people realized what a new century could mean for human progress. The world changed rapidly in the next quarter century, and now we found ourselves in the year 2025. Technology was outgrowing human imagination, it seemed, but there were still thinkers out there, dreamers who wanted to see the human species advance. For every dreamer out there, the world had 100 negative people who just rolled along on the back of the cart, just complaining. Because the road is not smooth, they do not see that the bumpier the journey, the better the final destination. As a ghost, of course, I just observe and really have no say in how things work. But if I had the chance, I would be chasing my dreams. Otherwise, what is the use of it all? A cowboy takes the stage. A lovely young woman is observing him from the bar. Could this be the start of something wonderful?
The biggest question I have is, am I strong enough? Am I strong enough to be your man? Can I carry your burdens with my own? Can I carry your body when you had too much to drink? Can I keep you safe when you overdosed and make sure that you are cared for? Can I help you when your moods change and you can't control yourself? Am I strong enough to be your man? Am I strong enough when depression sets in? Am I strong enough when regret set in? Am I strong enough when anger sets in? Am I strong enough when hatred sets in? Am I strong enough when you feel the need to abuse me? Am I strong enough to be your man? The biggest question I have is, are you able to be strong enough? Are you able to be strong enough when I cannot cope? Are you able to be strong enough when I finally break? Are you able to be strong enough when I am no more? Are you strong enough to be my love?
I saw you looking at me from over there, so I decided to come over and get some things straight. The first question I have is, am I strong enough? Am I strong enough to be your gal? Can I drag your drunk ass to bed when you had too much to drink? Can I keep you safe when you overdose and get you through a bad trip? Can I help you when your moods change and you can't control yourself? One more question I have is, are you able to be strong enough? Are you able to be strong enough when I cannot cope? Are you able to be strong enough when I finally break? Are you able to be strong enough when I am no more? Are you strong enough to be my lover to the end of the Don't you look at me like that, with those eyes of beautiful blue. Don't you look at me like that, with those eyes that see through me. I know what you want, and I will not concede. My love is chaste and from afar. My soul is pure and has no scar. You open your mouth, an angel sings. I know what you want, so don't look at me like that. Don't look at me, I'm shy. You stare at me, I wanna cry. You look into your mirror and see your radiance. You look at me, and I quickly look away. Don't look at me like that. I will not be moved. Don't you look at me like that. I know what you want, so please don't look at me like
Time passes once more. We find ourselves in the year 2050. Life was just fine for the people here at the Dust Bowl. But then the unthinkable happened. The long dormant Yellowstone volcano erupted, seemingly without warning. For some strange reason, the scientists who were supposed to predict these things failed to do so in time. As the supervolcano erupted, it covered the sky with flaming ash. It covered most of the United States in days, blocking out the sun. All air traffic was halted as the ash cloud spread across the continent. Toxic gas clouds followed. Thousands of people died in sheer agony as they breathed in the fumes. Cities collapsed into anarchism as the power grid failed. Soon there were rumors of a civil war. For its part, it appeared that the government was still trying. Those who did not immediately abandon their posts anyway.
Looting and barbarism became the order of the day as people panicked and let their darker nature take control of their actions. But here at the Dust Bowl, life went on. Everybody adjusted and the doors remained open for the lost and the lonely, like it has always done! Welcome to the end of the world.
The cards were dealt a long time ago. Before we were born, our fates were sealed. Looking at you, I am grateful for the moments we shared. But our date was sealed, oh, so long ago. Oh, so long ago. Our hearts were one, but the stars decided otherwise. We parted on that rainy night. We went our separate ways before we were born. Our fates were sealed. And there's nothing to do about it. Oh, so long ago.
Grace had brought us here. Grace carried us this far. Endless mercy will keep us safe. The sun will shine again someday. Shine again. The darkness will disappear, and we will start again. God's grace carried us this far. God's grace will keep us safe. The sun will shine again someday. The sun will shine again. The darkness will disappear. make sure that everyone has enough. The world will recover, and we will start again.
There is still a time for us. There is still a way for us. As long as the world still turns, we will be here. Outside the storms are raging. Outside the world still burns. But we hold on. We always hold on to our hopes. We always hold on to our dreams. We always hold on to our faith. We always hold on to our We hold on. There is still a time for us. There is still a way for us to survive. As long as the world still turns, we will be here.
One day, the world will recover from this tragic event. Once the ash cloud disappears, it will take around a century or more for the surface to recover. Someone here said that the ash will eventually rejuvenate the soil. This would lead to an abundance of crops. And once the toxic acid clears from the water table, the world could be a paradise again. All the people around here had to do was to hold on 100 years perhaps, and things will be better. As long as the Dust Bowl stood, people would be welcome here. The world will rebuild, and humanity shall overcome the odds. As long as the Dust Bowl stood, I will be here, sitting in my corner and looking at the living and weeping for the dead.